they faced, but still, they've got to improve there.
The Cavaliers trail by 3. Over, the ball is to Waiters. Verija with it. He's picked up by Hill. Hill against Verija. Can't connect from 14 feet out. For Cleveland, the main tradition is the player. We saw what he can do for anyone.
Well, he was really the center of that complete offense. It'll be the same in Cleveland as he gets more accustomed to playing with the guys on that roster and they get accustomed to him. There will be no more bottom-of-the-barrel finishes for them in the offense. It was just enough defensive pressure to get him off balance and cause that shot to go right.
Los Angeles with another miss.
Defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. He doesn't miss many of them.
Waiters gets a wide open look. And another shot that one missing.
Oh, that's a frustrating one there. Easy look at the hoop.
And it's Bryant in the corner. Shoots from the baseline. That's good. Kobe's got 13 points.
This switch has definitely been flipped to on this quarter, guys.
The Cavaliers trail by 3. From 12 feet out. Rebound the Lakers. Hill's got his third rebound tonight.
Right from the start, they've been aggressive on the most of the rebounds seem to be going their way. And Steve, I think they are ready for the fight today.
Deion Waiters going into last season working on playing off the ball. Whether, catching and shoot, Steve, or coming off screens.
Yeah, he's most comfortable with the ball in his hands, but playing alongside Kyrie Irving, he's got to be more effective without the ball, working off those screens and learning to play with him.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Verija. Marion comes in for Kevin Love. And Miller's subbed in for LeBron. Now here's Randall. The pass to Henry. 4 on the shot clock. Sacre kicks to Randall. Over Murray. And another shot. And it's laid in by Randall.
And Waiters really has tried to emphasize staying on balance with his shot. Taking better shots, better quality shots within the offense. And we saw the results. There was an uptick in his percentages from the field and from long range as well.
Here's Miller. Blue basket by Julius Randle. That's right. Randle drives the ball. 1:53 left to play in the first quarter. Offline with his third.
Raiders still a valuable scorer. They improve his efficiency. He's got to get that free throw percentage back up and become more consistent finishing inside. But he's a natural scorer. He certainly has the talent.
The shot goes down and gets his game back to even. Raiders got 5 points so far.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
Randle with a screen for him. Here's the dish to Randle. Uses the glass that time, and it's good. And the Lakers lead by 2. Cleveland's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Raiders on the wing. Miller outside for 3. Offensive rebound and out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. Los Angeles has gone 0 of 4 from three-point land to start out. Looking cold from outside. Nash dishes to Henry. Pass to Randall. It's tipped. Down low. 34 seconds left in the first quarter. And so he calls the foul on the shot on trip to the line to shoot 2. Well, Deion Waiters, a Philly kid, plays with a chip on his shoulder, Clark. Always a ton of confidence.
Yeah, but I like his edge and his chip, but I think sometimes his emotions get the best of him. When he gets frustrated, you've seen it affect his play and his demeanor on the court. hopefully that's just a maturation thing with him, because it could derail his potential if he doesn't get it under wraps.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. Johnson comes in for Xavier Henry. And it's Clarkson in for Steve Nash. Shots good by Miller. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
Yeah, but neither team really able to jump ahead.
Yeah, 5 times already the lead has changed.
For Los Angeles, they have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line. And the first one drops. Second free throw, no good. Now here's Marion. Looking for his first basket soon in this one. Miller, no luck.
He's always going to have a difficult time finishing when the defense is in his face like that.
It's stolen. Well, it's been a tight one so far as we get the second quarter going back here. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Cavaliers.
They come out in attack mode defensively, applying pressure and stealing the ball repeatedly.
They also came out of the locker room with their running shoes on. I mean, their transition game has been full throttle.
Cavaliers leading. They've got Miller. LeBron James is out there with Marion. Then there's Tristan Thompson, and it's Irving at the 1 spot. That's the group for Cleveland going right now here in the second. And for the Lakers, they're shooting reasonably well, 45%. Here's Clarkson. From the top of the key, he buries it.
Every once in a while, he'll kind of step out of his role and give you something like that.
Here's James. And Doris Burke has a report for us from the sideline.
Well, guys, Kyrie Irving, the #1 pick overall back in 2011, a player who promised himself he'd play in the NBA when he was just in the 4th grade. He said that came from his father. Confidence, confidence, confidence. That's all my dad preached. He'd always tell me, Kyrie, you could be this, you could be that. My dad had more belief in me than I had in myself. Gentlemen.
You know, it helps having people boosting you up, those things. Now, here's Irving. Kicks to Thompson. Back to Irving. Dishes it to LeBron. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. And now a 5-point Cleveland lead.
Another good pass, and their offensive execution has been impressive, to say the least.
The last 4 field goals have been assists. Yeah, passing to set the defense off balance, but to get assists, you got to make the shots. How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
Well, that's how you send it. 2 hands and hammer it down.
James. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
You know, LeBron has an interesting tradition during the playoffs. He turns his cell phone off, stops watching sports television, and instead he watches movies and reads books. Kind of sounds like a good life lesson for all of us.
And for LeBron, that tradition started a handful of seasons ago, Clark. You'll even catch him reading books before games.
Well, you know, I've heard it said that all readers aren't leaders, but all leaders lead. And LeBron James, whether it's fiction or nonfiction, autobiographies of Malcolm X, Jerry West, and even his friend Jay-Z, he has dedicated himself to expanding his knowledge. That's a good sign.
As you did. You were voracious.
I love to read. I've always loved to read. When they pulled up from mid-range, more often than not, they buried.
You know, that's not always the #1 option, but if the defense gives that to you, you got to take it.
Now here's Bryant. He's got 16. 6 on the shot clock. Shot from the wing. And there's another one for the Lakers. Now Irving. He kicks it to Bergeron. And Davis pulls it down.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might well tell the story in this one.
And that should tilt things toward them. I mean, they've been winning that battle, and little to no chance of that shot going in.
Yeah, that was a tough one right there.
Good. Miller's got 8 points.
Boy, he made a nice little bounce pass.
The Lakers have gone 5 of 7 from the field here in the second. Irving passes to Bergeron. Bergeau with a screen on Nash. The drive by James. Shot clock at 6. Shots good by Miller.
Well, it looks like he's finally found his footing in this game. His first quarter was a real struggle, but he's gotten it going now.
Davis kicks to Kobe. That's in there. Davis with the assist. 20 points for Kobe Bryant.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening, Steve.
No, it's off the charts. It really is. And defensively, I mean, they have to start shutting down some of those lanes to the hoop.
Timeout called Cleveland.
A lot of praise has been sent Kobe's way over the years, but perhaps one of the biggest I heard last season was when Grant Hill called him the toughest person he ever had to guard.
Changes here for the Lakers. Jordan Hill, he's checked in for Randall. Johnson comes in for Young. And it's Clarkson in for Steve Nash. Here's Irving. Out to Miller. Back to Irving. Bergeau dishes to Miller. 5 on the clock. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. And Clark, that may not seem too out of the ordinary, but you look at all the stars that Grant Hill faced during his career, and there are a lot of big names on that list.
Yeah, Hill certainly had a large collection of superstar wings to choose from, but it's hard to argue against his selection of Kobe Bryant.
Now here's Kobe. He's got 20. Kobe draws the double. Back to Johnson. Out of bounds. Cleveland takes possession.
Where was he going with that pass? I mean, that's just an awful turnover.
Here's LeBron. James right side. That is good. James has got 4 points this quarter.
I'll tell you what, the defenders didn't even get a sniff of him on that move to the hoop.
They double team Kobe. Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. Terrible turnover.
Here's LeBron. He's got 10. The feed to Irving. Fires from deep. They get it back. Bergeau can't hit. Lakers trail by 4. And Bryant gets to Hill. Stolen by Bergeau. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. Wesley Johnson picks one up.
Yeah, nice body control there. Narrowly missing the shot. It would have been a three-point play.
Had a free look at it after the foul. Nice play.
Anderson Bergeau, a quality defensive center. Great rebounder, moves his feet well, anticipates, plays with a ton of energy, and he's one of those irritants. He gets under a lot of guys' skin.
And Bergeau coming in to the league primarily as a defensive energy guy, but he's expanded his offensive skill set and has made great improvement as a passer. From his rookie season to now, he's more than doubled his rate of assists.
The Cavaliers leading by 6. Nobody near Irving. And it's off the back rim. No good. Outside Bryant. Right side Kobe. Here's Johnson. Pass to Clarkson. Shot clock at 6. Shoots. And again, the Lakers no good. And Bergeau, a good decision maker, Steve, for a center. A 2-to-1 assist to turnover ratio last year.
And he had a terrific season as a two-point jump shooter. You know, able to spread the defense out a little bit and operate from the high post.
Now here's Kobe after Wesley Johnson's miss. Fades. And the shot no good, a bit short. Cavaliers have gotten 7 of their 12 field goal attempts to drop here in the second quarter. Up over 50%. James wide open. Buries the long-range jumper. LeBron's got 13 points.
Right now they got that field goal percentage up in the low 50s.
Yeah, they're really starting to put it together offensively, looking to build on this lead.
the Cavaliers. Fast break. LeBron leading the charge. Outside, Kobe. That doesn't go either for Bryant. Cleveland leading by 9. There's the foul to go on Ed Davis. That'll be his second foul of the game.
He's jammed himself up a little bit here with that second foul. But as long as he can avoid a third before the half, I think he's fine.
Waiters is checked in for Miller. Shot's good by Waiters.
Whether by design or accident, that was a very high-quality shot they created.
Kobe attacking, and he uses both hands to jam it in. They'd love to get more of those, the easiest 2 points possible. And on a fierce finish.
Yeah, and that's exactly how they're going to cut into the lead, Kevin.
Yeah, that's why they've got to tighten up their D. And I'd be surprised if the defense allows any more free runs to the hoop like that.
And he gets it to go.
It looks like he's finding his touch now because the shots are starting to fall.
Here's Clarkson. That's in, coming off an assist by Kobe. Clarkson's got 4 points in the quarter. Cleveland's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, Doris Brooks. Doris, over to you.
Yes, Kevin, Cavaliers head coach David Blatt, unknown here in the United States, but he spent the last 2 decades establishing himself as the premier coach in Europe. Last season, he led Maccabi Tel Aviv to an upset EuroLeague title. One GM described the team as, quote, outgunned at every position except coach. Kevin, it's been his dream to coach in the NBA.
And he consider him a genius-level coach. Doris, thanks. We'll see how he does. Now, here's Boozer. Back to Kobe. Bryant is doubled. Here's Lynn. Off target from three-point range.
Tough three-point try there with a hand in his face.
Boy, you'd be lucky to make that one against great defense.
Now that is a quick bucket. Pretty good in transition.
That's right. That's exactly right. He loves when he gets a chance to get out and run. That's when he's at his best.
Kobe Bryant in his 19th season in the league. But remember, he's played in 220 career playoff games. That's almost 3 additional seasons worth of games. You factor in his play with Team USA, he's got a lot of mileage on those legs.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Marion comes in for LeBron. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Irving. Here's Dellavedova. Looking for his first basket still in this one. And Waiters kicks to Marion. The putback, and then Love with the jam.
This is just great anticipation. The putback jam.
Oh, he had some big-time intentions right there.
And those plays will give your team a huge boost.
Bryant. It's rebounded by Cleveland. And Kobe Bryant's at 5 in all-time minutes played.
And Kevin, you know those minutes add up, but he's finding ways to overcome the wear and tear and still remain effective. His great skill level and ability to make tough contested shots remains valuable.
The Cavaliers have shot the ball pretty well from the line, going 8 of 11. He misses the free throw.
What a game for Waiters. He's got 11 points, and he's done his job at the charity stripe. He's gotten 4 of his points from there.
And that's a good place to get them. You know, they don't come easier than that, but you've got to get yourself there first.
Davis is checked in for Los Angeles. Young comes in for Wesley Johnson. And so it's Cleveland with it, following the three-pointer by Kobe Bryant. 32 seconds left to play in the first half. Left side, Bryant. Here's Young. That's in, coming off an assist from Bryant. Bryant's got 3 assists in the game. The Cavaliers leading by 8. Here's Dellavedova. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Waiters passes to Love. The tray. No luck. And we finished one half of basketball. Cleveland ahead. They lead by 8. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Kevin, I'm here with Steve Nash. You guys had some difficulties taking care of the basketball. What's going through your mind right now about how this first half has played out?
We're just a little bit sluggish. I think we just need to be a little bit more deliberate. You know, I think we can get good shots if we just slow down a little bit, use our size, and not be in such a rush.
Steve, we appreciate the time. Kevin?
Thank you, Doris. And folks, don't go away after the break. We'll see you right back here for the start of the second half in the third quarter. And the third quarter about ready to get underway.
Kobe having just a fantastic game. He's got 27 points, and he's done a little bit of work behind the arc. He's got a pair of three-pointers.
Well, the defenders have that in the back of their minds now, too, so they're going to close that. Out on him quicker. That should allow him to use the drive if he wants.
Now the third quarter about to get going. You look at Kobe Bryant in this game, I mean, he has been everywhere.
He went off in the first two quarters, guys, as he's capable of doing. We might see some changes here in the defensive approach they use on him in the second half.
Yeah, they've got to make some sort of change. I mean, they can't let him continue to torch him like he has been.
We've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Nash and Bryant in the backcourt. Davis is out there with Randall, and it's Young in at the small forward.
You know, even from here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
Yep, pretty obvious. And a good call by the official.
Good on the second free throw.
Strange to think that for so many years the Lakers would just devour and dominate teams from the East. But last year, the East got some payback.
Now, here's Nash. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. And stolen by Love. And Kobe Bryant gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
Love dishes to LeBron. Irving kicks to Varejao. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two.
Well, Anderson Varejao staying relatively healthy last season. That's to say he only missed 17 games. That's a far cry from his previous 3 seasons where he played a total of just 81 games.
These are his third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
Well, they don't expect a lot from him at the foul line. He was in that range below 70% last season.
And we saw it last year, guys, because those numbers were so low. Teams weren't afraid to put him on the line where points were hard to come by for him.
Ian Kelly, he's checked in for Ed Davis. And Varejao, Steve, has shown flashes of all-star caliber production at the center position. It's been his injuries that have really held him back.
Yeah, it's good to see him able to remain on the court for most of the season. Tough year for the Cavs last year record-wise, but Varejao, for him, a step in the right direction health-wise.
Well, Clark, a bit of a down year shooting-wise for Kyrie Irving last season.
Yeah, it sure was, and you heard some sources within the Cavs organization questioning his leadership, too. I mean, the chemistry in Cleveland not really where it needed to be. And this sort of awesome group is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right. Those are phenomenal dunks to watch. So much fun.
He dishes it to Love. Makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand. An indication there of why the scoreboard looks like it does. Very passive defense.
But the finish was anything but passive.
No, he hammered that down, Clark. Superb above the rim action.
Crisp pass into the paint.
Here's Irving. He has 6. Timeout called the Cavaliers.
Well, a tough season for Steve Nash last year. Injuries limiting him to only a few games, and now in his 40s, it's looking like this might be his last go-round.
Wesley Johnson's checked in for Los Angeles. And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Yes, Kevin, during that last break, I heard David Blatt as he addressed his team. He said their plan was run their offense through LeBron. coach stressed the importance of getting the ball in his hands as soon as possible at the start of their possessions. No question he's going to be the key guy for them offensively. Those are likely not the last adjustments they make today, guys. There's still time left in this one. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks again, Doris.
Can't say I'm surprised that one didn't fall. He can barely dunk it in the pregame layup line.
For Steve Nash, the last couple seasons, issues with his hip, hamstring, fractured leg, and that nerve pin. It's been tough sledding.
Yeah, it really has been the product of a long Hall of Fame career, and the body inevitably starts to wear down. I mean, it's tough, but I understand his motivation to finish his career on his terms, especially after all the work he's put in to get him back on the court. But sometimes the storybook ending you desire just doesn't come to be.
Waiters grabs the miss. Waiters got 4 rebounds in this game. The dunk by LeBron.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Well, they already had him staggered, and now all of a sudden they're throwing some haymakers.
Bryant drives in. Cavaliers with the rebound. Irving's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Dunk by James.
Great assist that time by Kyrie Irving.
Lakers trail by 16. On the wing, Bryant. He's guarded by Waiter. Nash can't get it to go. And the Cavaliers with possession. They're on a 14-4 run right now. Young against James. And Young kicks to Bryant. Nash with no one around. Offensive rebound.
Kind of rare to see him come up and get a wide open look.
Here's Love. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. And that's 10 points for Kevin Love.
And assists like that have typified their effort today. Great ball movement.
Really an example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
This quarter has not been his best. The defense may be starting to affect him a little bit.
Offensive rebound. And the call goes against Wesley Johnson.
That foul gives him 4, so he's just 2 away from being Dairy Queen.
You guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for Cleveland?
I thought we might see a little defensive adjustment at halftime, but the fast break continues to be effective.
Something else they've done is force a lot of mistakes defensively, and they've been turning those turnovers into points.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Henry's checked in. Here's Young. Putting on a show for these people.
I cannot believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. Are you kidding me?
Oh, man. Might as well flaunt it if you've got it, Clark.
Shots good by Waiters.
And you can feel the pattern of this game, guys. They're working it inside, dominating in the paint, getting good shots at will.
Well, 4 of the last 5 baskets, guys, have been of exactly that variety.
The drive by LeBron. Verjao can't hit. Lakers trail by 20. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points. Well, it's been a turbulent quarter, really rough for him. Nothing going his way. He seems determined to shoot his way out of it.
And they've set up countless buckets off assists. That's a huge part of what they've been doing here today.
A lot of dime dropping going on out there, Steve.
Well, the Lakers were coming into the season with only about $11 million in salary committed, a chance to attract 2 max free agents, but when they gave Kobe Bryant that 2-year, $50 million extension, well, that seems to possibly postpone the rebuild that the Lakers have by maybe 2 more years.
And a great player like Kobe Bryant, who spent Clark his entire career with one team, he deserves to retire a Laker. He feels that way, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, absolutely, Kevin. I feel exactly the same way. You love to see guys who had the impact on a team and on the league the way Kobe has as a box office draw and winning. You'd like to see those guys be one-team guys, and I'd be surprised if Kobe's not in that category. In 2016, though, Russell Westbrook and Kevin Durant hit free agency. Might be some forward thinking going on here as well, partner.
And that one's good, Henry.
You know, when he scores buckets like that, Kevin, it just shows that he can bring some of that X factor for his team.
Irving kicks to Verjao. Feeds to LeBron. Pass to Miller. Back to James. Three-pointer. That's good. LeBron's got 23 points.
That's kind of been the story here today, hasn't it, Clark?
Los Angeles has gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. And that one's good, Henry.
How about that for a response?
They will say they can give the three as well as they can take the three.
Irving kicks to Varejao. That's good for Miller. The assist by Varejao. Miller's got 12 in the game.
And we're seeing the shots just dropping from everywhere right now.
Yeah, since halftime, Steve, they've been operating very efficiently. Despite the play of the team, I think he's had an outstanding game. He's really done well here.
Irving with the ball. Picked up by Kobe. Irving against Young. Miller outside. 5 to shoot. And that's a foul called on Xavier Henry. Guys, we see teams taking a more data-driven approach. Analytics now, a big part of things. You see that in the front office. And Steve, that brings in some new faces.
Yeah, in fact, in the last 2 years, over a third of the NBA teams have hired new decision makers. So only a couple played in the league, the majority being, more of the analytical type. So there's definitely been a sea change in terms of NBA leadership.
Irving passes to Miller. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Miller's got 16.
He's been key for this team's offense, the way he's distributed the ball.
Yeah, the offense is just moving through him, Steve. No doubt.
Hill sets the screen for Bryant. He feeds it to Hill. Puts up the baby hook. Here's Randall. Blanketed by the D. Fights to the rim for the layup. 6 points for him.
Strong rebounding, and he's rewarded with the easy putback.
And the pass to Thompson. Varejao with a screen on Hill. Outside Irving. Offensive rebound. Thompson. Here's Varejao. And at last, they get one to fall.
That sort of epitomized this game as one team going all out, getting rebounds and putbacks, and the other team just dragging.
Got that one up quick. And now that's 35 points for Kobe Bryant. Cleveland leading by 22. There's the dish to Thompson. Pass to Marion. Now Varejao inside. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And he bangs down the one-hander.
2 very easy points right there for sure.
Yeah, he'll take those all day.
Shawn Marion with 15 years in the NBA, a very good 15 years. Basically talked about retiring even though he was still playing well at the conclusion of last season. Although I guess he did have a change of heart.
And that one's good.
They've been splashing home those threes since halftime.
Definitely a big improvement in their shooting from what we saw before the break.
The drive by Hill. Lets it go from 11. Nice jump shot. Good.
And Marion, a 4-time All-Star, one of the most athletic and versatile players in league history. Still an excellent role player, even after all these years.
That's good. Miller's got 18 points in the game.
And his stroke has been dead on. Inside, outside, wherever. The shot's just falling for him.
Kobe goes in. Shot, no good. And Cleveland the other way now. 26 seconds left here in the third quarter. Here's Irving. The rebound by Young. Los Angeles has gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 to 5 here in the third. Drops in the breakaway layup. Miller's got 20 points.
Well, it's been all about pace and space with them. Tempo, the fast break points, just a huge advantage.
Yeah, they've been looking to push it all the time and to get that early offense, and they're doing it well. You can't say enough about his individual performance. I don't think you can overstate it. I mean, even if the all-around team effort's been lacking, this guy's been on top of things.
The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. The Lakers shooting here about 46% for the game. They've got Haywood. Matthew Dellavedova is out there with Mike Miller. Then it's Thomas. And it's Marion in at the 3 slot. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now.
He can't get anything to drop. And the way he's going, I'm not sure it's something he should try to shoot his way out of.
No, that might only serve to make things worse, Steve. Sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets.
For a long time now, the Western Conference has been the deeper conference. It's the top 5 or 6 teams, legitimate title hopes. But last year for the East, it was especially down. It was really viewed as a two-team conference.
Nick Young's checked in for the Lakers.
You know what?
Good D by Miller. Kicks it to Dellavedova. Miller outside. Lock at 6. Here's Marion. That's good. It's Miller with the assist. 7 points for Marion.
Boy, they are just destroying them in the paint.
You could say that again, Steve. The defenders just aren't aggressive enough down low.
You know, there's always a lot of nicknames in the NBA. I loved what became of Nick Young last year in L.A. All of a sudden, he dubbed himself Swaggy P, and it caught on. It seemed like the whole league kind of loved watching him play and referring to him by that nickname.
And Nick Swaggy Young, they call him. Swaggy P, never swaggy. In last season, the top scoring rate of his career and some of the best efficiency as well. He has some huge nights.
Kobe attacking. Releases from the wing and drills it. Bryant's got 39. This could get even more out of hand if they continue to put up points.
What an offensive performance it's been.
Dellavedova dishes to Marion. He kicks it to Miller. The feed now to Haywood. Passes it to Thomas. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. And Lynn comes to help. The wide open look here for Marion. Gets a very good look and converts. Marion's got 9 points in the quarter. And Young, a good ball handler. He can get his shot whenever he wants.
And that's often, Kevin. Don't expect a lot of assists from him. This is a guy who, when he touches the ball, it's going up. And in the paint, they have really shown some strength. Their work on the boards has been phenomenal.
Yeah, I'd certainly call it a mismatch, Steve, at least for today.
Here's Thomas, and that one's good.
Boy, it's been a poor defensive effort. When that ball has gone inside, into the post, they've been in trouble.
Yep, points in the paint clearly going against them now.
And Kobe, here we go.
Well, the league's so focused on creating parity with the luxury tax and revenue sharing, but I think the max contract limits encourage stars to team up. If you allow the true superstars to command a larger share of the cap, I think they'd be more likely to spread out.
Well, when you talk, Mark, about superstar contracts, it's estimated that LeBron James is worth 4 times more than he makes in player salary.
I don't find that hard to believe. I mean, he's one of the biggest stars in all of sports when you think about the magnitude of his celebrity. But you don't need to increase max salaries to that level. Right now, vets are limited to about a third of the cap. You boosted it to 40 or 50%. I think most star players would look for their own teams to carry.
And he gets the bucket.
He kind of threaded the needle with that pass into the paint.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the fourth. A lot of misses, just the one make. Bryant is doubled. Pass to Clarkson. Pick off in midair. One-on-one here. Here's Miller. Good defensive work there by Young. Lakers shooting at a decent 44% clip here. Oh, he's going up for the here and finished off by Davis.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets. An exquisite pass to set up Clark. That beautiful alley-oop dunk.
Yeah, it was nice.
Just a gorgeous assist. Frustration foul there. You've got to maintain your composure.
Yeah, he lost his cool there, Steve. I mean, you can understand it, but you can't excuse it.
We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Marion against Young. Haywood with a screen on Young. Just 5 to shoot. Offensive rebound. No good with the layup. Lakers have gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. Got that bucket in no time at all. Kobe's got 43 points.
Got to give him a lot of credit for the way he's played personally, trying to bring his team back.
Here's Dellavedova, guarded by Kobe. Bryant comes with the double team. Miller, right side. Dishes it to Dellavedova. His three-pointers off the mark. Lakers have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Young outside. Misses the three.
Kevin, just enough presence to bother that three-point attempt there.
Well, for a guy that shoots like he does, man, I'd say that is an easy look.
Just a fantastic game for Miller. He has 20 points and 4 assists.
I had no idea we'd be seeing a performance like this one today.
Totally dominant. I mean, pure domination.
First free throw is good.
Well, you take a look at video reviews in the NBA and even across all sports for that matter, they're not going anywhere. Especially with the way media is now, fans can dissect every call on DVR or the internet. And so you want to give officials the chance to get those big calls right. So I think video replay is useful. And here to stay.
A shot by Marion, no good. Los Angeles has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Bryant drives in, and the bank shot is good. Kobe's got 45 points. The Cavaliers have gone 5 of 12 from the field entering the fourth quarter. Feeds it to Miller. He dishes it to Dellavedova. Good.
Boy, nice work inside. Tough to get that shot over a big defender like that.
No, that takes skill and creativity, Steve, particularly on the release to make sure he doesn't get a hand on it. Boy, I tell you what, the complexion of this game would be completely different if he shot the ball anything like he's capable of.
On its way from Young for 2 and blocked. It's Marion with the drive, and that one is stuffed right through.
Boy, beautiful assist. That's a couple of teammates clearly on the same page.
Here's Clarkson, fires for 3. It's hauled in by Thomas. Thomas got his 3rd rebound on the night. It's stolen by Davis. Puts it up. A baseline J, and he hits the jump shot. Kobe's got 47 points.
Well, his scoring this quarter has been off the charts, and the complexion of the game as a result may change.
Right side, Thomas.
Well, a new award in the NBA starting 2 seasons ago, the Twyman Stokes Best Teammate, and the first honoree was Chauncey Billups.
Here's Bryant. Cavaliers with the rebound. Marion's got 5 rebounds tonight. It's stolen by Davis. Now, here is Young. Bryant is doubled. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. Young's shot is off. And the names of that award memorializes the incredible story of Jack Twyman and Maurice Stokes. Stokes, an NBA All-Star in each of his first 3 seasons. But in a game in 1950, he took a hard fall, hit his head, and thereafter became paralyzed.
One of the saddest and most moving stories in the history of sports. Stokes was waived by the team, and his family couldn't afford his gigantic medical bills, but his teammate, Jack Twyman, worked tirelessly on his behalf. A tremendous story of love, caring, and service in a tough situation.
Here's Dellavedova. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
The Cavs tried to make a push for the playoffs last season, in a way going against the grain, but instead a disappointing season when it was all over. Coach and front office questioning the team effort level.
Well, the Cavs did make some big changes from last season, and they shouldn't have a problem staying motivated, putting in the effort this year.
Well, you know, Kevin, last year they were a very young group and didn't have the vet presence they might have needed. With LeBron coming in, they've got brilliance in every category, leadership and play. He's got the clout of his championship rings. The whole mindset of the team is about to go to a very different and high level.
Bryant with it, and it's Miller picking him up. Goes up the baseline. And stolen by Miller. Dellavedova kicks to Thomas. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
This game's over, guys. I think we can say that with certainty.
Yeah, I agree with you there. We have officially reached Garbage time.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Cleveland.
Right, it was a standout performance across the board. They were just, at times, Clark seemed toying with it.
Yeah, like watching a cat play with a mouse, Kevin, quite honestly. They were able to do more or less, whatever they wanted to do.
Kobe with the steal. The finish. The fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
Reverse that one home. Now that was nice, real nice.
The agility on display.
Yeah, you love that body control. Oof.
Oh, that one had it all, guys. Power and grace. Just beautiful.
Marion outside. Right side, Thomas. And he banks in the layup. Los Angeles has gone ice cold from three-point land, 0-4 since the start of the final quarter. Bryant drives in. Right side, Bryant. Again, Los Angeles. Cleveland's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Held it over, the pass to Thomas. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And Hill with the block.
And this game is finally getting away from them.
Yep, it has gotten away. There's not really anything they can do now.
Looked like the defense was totally scattered on that fast break. Nice job taking advantage there with the wide open three.
Defensive foul. And the first one at the line is good. And the Cavaliers making a change here. That's also good. So he hits both free throws. 7 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Kobe goes in. Off target. And so it's Cleveland taking care of business in this one. Some days, Clark, everything goes right for a team, and they just had one of those games.
Yeah, it certainly was. I mean, these guys played a great all-around basketball game here.
And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. LeBron fans obviously love seeing both you and Kobe on the floor out there competing. What does it mean to you in a game like tonight?
It means a lot to go against him. That's somebody I idolized when I was in high school, and to be on the same floor with him, 2 times a year, it's great. He's one of the best of all time, still one of the best in this league today, and it's always good going against someone that you know is going to compete every possession.
Thank you for the time, sir. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Doris. And, folks, that about concludes our broadcast tonight. For Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching as we leave you with our Jordan Player of the Game, Mike Miller.